Hi, it's Leslie, and we're talking about sister wives. And this week we find out what the big occasion is that's going to bring the not-so-happy family back together. That would be Kody, Janelle, Christine, and Mary. And of course, some kids will be there too. Grown kids, that is. There's nothing like going to a happy occasion of a wedding when you're in the midst of a triple divorce. Yep, and that's what they're finding themselves in. And Kody is not into it.
I don't want to be there with people looking at me but not talking to me. I'm still terribly hurt by everything that has happened. And so I'm not in the place where I'm like, oh, I'm just forgiving you guys, so it's all good now. I'm just not there yet.
Alrighty then. And obviously the couple was quite smart because they said there were no cameras allowed. They don't want their shit show, becoming their shit show, if you know what I mean. Thankfully at weddings, you have like seating arrangements. It's not like a free-for-all. I guess they had their cards put on separate tables and stuff, so they had Kody and Robyn over in the nosebleed section, and Mary and Christine and Janelle could probably hang together, and I don't know where the grown kids that were there, but, smart on those, the wedding planners. Of course, we didn't get any footage of it, but we did get some insights from Kody.
Yeah, between me and Christine, it's just hostile.
Alrighty, you wonder if this is just in Kody's mind because he is still so bitter and everyone else has moved on.
I saw Janelle and I didn't want to talk to her. It was hard. I was, whether I'm right or wrong, it just still feels just deep wounds of betrayal for me.
Alrighty then, and this is one of the wives that you say you don't know why you couldn't make up with her and get back together, but you don't want to talk to her. You wonder how much is just Kody just being miserable because everybody else I think has moved on and is like kind of like indifferent to it all. And it's just like he's there, but I'm here just having fun and everything. But Kody still thinks everything is about him. Everyone's still looking at him. Everyone's judging him and whispering behind his back. And I'm like, no, it's just us. And we're not whispering. We're just talking. We're talking about you, Kody, though.
Did feel like some people were trying to look like they were having more fun than me. I mean, this is how childish this whole divorce has been. Such a teenage drama. I don't like you any more than you like me. It's civil war. Total civil war.
Alrighty then. So this had to be just like the craziest of experiences, but it's like Kody's the one that was left and everybody else was miserable and then has moved out and started their lives of bliss. So they're of course happy. So they could probably see Kody and just go like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord Jesus, for getting me free from this man. But Kody had a little insight here I didn't quite understand.
For Christine and I think that if we would have just broken up as friends, it would have been better for the whole family. Like, make it so we could get back together another time instead of polarizing everybody.
I mean, I think what he's saying is that if he could have got out of that situation and she didn't hate his guts for how he treated her, but he did that. He treated her like shit. Her kids are not going to appreciate that. She's not going to like him. To make it out as friends, you have to be actually friendly to the person and treat them respectfully. And Kody, you never did that for many years. So that was never going to happen. Just letting you know. But it's just like everybody has just kind of like moved on, the wives, and they're not shy about saying how wonderful life is now because they have the contrast of how miserable they were before. Janelle kind of sums it up here.
It's over. It's bittersweet. It kind of hurts, kind of bugs me. But I wouldn't change the trajectory of where I'm going, I guess.
Yeah, she's living her best life because it wasn't her best life before. It sucked. They just didn't know it. But what would it be without another Sob and Robyn insight?
I'm so mad at us for doing what we did to our family, and that we collectively messed with something that was working.
Yeah, it was working for you, Robyn. It was working really well for you. It was working really well for Kody because you could just do what you wanted and you had all these wives just like out there working and just like, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no sir, doing whatever you wanted. Yeah, it was working great for you. Bottom line is it wasn't working for them. But, so you really don't say collectively as a whole it was working because no, it was not working. Anyway, so they kind of took us back, I guess, like commiserated about the day when Robyn came in. And she says that, right from the beginning it was tough.
But the rest of the family really struggled to accept my kids and I. All we wanted to do was be a part of this family. My kids didn't like going over there because they saw that Robyn and their dad were a couple and he wasn't in our home. So they were frustrated at different things.
This is crazy to me because what is like the dating process? Like, you have this, aren't you trying to integrate and see if this can actually fly? It sounds like they didn't do this. He was just like, I like her, I'm in love with her. They'll fall in line, Robyn. Just come on in. I'm telling you, they'll just do whatever I say. Well, you know what? That's the problem. Like, they needed to figure out if this little union could work, because it didn't work. It didn't work. And they all started to notice right away. I mean, no shock. Kody was in love with her. Of course he wants to spend time with her, and be with her. And it would be a drag going over there and having to like make nice and make other things with the other wives, if you know what I mean. If you're not into it, you got the one you're into. And it's hard to fake that. You cannot fake that. People know if you don't want to be there. And, and then I guess Robyn clues us in from all this drama and loss and all. She is having situational depression. What does that mean? So I guess it's just depression because of the situation you're in. Isn't that kind of why you always have depression? Because the situation you're in, you're not having depression about the situation you were in 10 years ago. I don't know, but that's what she called it, situational depression. Get some medication, Robyn. Get some medication. Yep. Medication. But I guess Kody hasn't lost hope. I mean, he pretty much could care less about these wives. It sounds like hate is probably an accurate word for how he describes what he feels towards them, even though I think he would take Janelle back, because then he'd technically be a polygamist again, and he'd be like, ooh, psych, but no, she's not falling for that. Fool me once, Kody. No. But anyway, I guess he thinks things will pass and it can smooth over with his kids.
What I'm thinking is, with time going on and just a phone call once in a while, that these relationships will come back, and then I'll be like in full fellowship with my children again.
I mean, actually, I kind of hope the kids that want a relationship with their father, I certainly hope that happens for them, and he's a good father and worth having back in their lives. If not, then... But it's like, it's not going to happen, Kody, without some effort. I would think you have to kind of put some effort in and kind of like reach out to them and stuff. You are the adult here, even though some of them are adults, But I don't know. His ego won't let him. And we also got a little insight as to why Mykelti has such a soft spot in her heart for Robyn. And I guess Mykelti came, I didn't really understand. Mykelti came back, and for some reason she was spending time with Robyn. Why wasn't she with her mom? And Mykelti describes it that, she was really there for her and heard her and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, well, why didn't your mom hear you? Where's Christine? Is she busy taking care of, Janelle's kids? Like, why isn't she with her kid? And that would be really hurtful. Like, if I was the mom, I mean, I'd be thankful that someone was there for my daughter, but I'd be kind of like hurt that if I was saddled down taking care of somebody else's kids and I was, not taking care of my own, to the point that she formed a bond with another mother. I don't know but whatever. But Mykelti seems nice and whatever. And this is just too funny. So Kody, I guess, seeing the shitstorm that's happened with Janelle and Christine, that when it ends badly, and that it only just comes back and kicks you in the ass. So now I guess after the slow death of Mary and his marriage, which he's like, oh, maybe I should try to be nice with this one. Mary's the most easygoing. I tell you, she takes more shit than anyone. So if you can't like make it nice with her, because she looks like she would take the high road every single time and not talk badly. So I guess he's like, I better do this one a little better than the other two, because I'm just like getting dragged through the mud with this shit. And Kody says that Janelle does not speak fondly of him, yet for some delusional reason, he thinks there's a chance.
Janelle and I don't really communicate very much. To be really honest with you, I don't understand why we can't reconcile.
So what? Reconcile? What? Like, why? Why do you want to? He wants to, because then he just needs one more. He just needs one more placeholder, and then he can say, I'm a polygamist again. Whoop, whoop, But she's not falling for it. Oh, but Janelle just lets him know where it's at. You gotta love this.
When I talk to Janelle about our relationship, she's like, I'm just enjoying my time away from you.
Oof, burn. Well, what would the Brown family be without some offspring producing more offspring? And that's what also happened. And that would be Mykelti finally kind of birthed kind of birthed her babies. She had twins by C-section, which it all counts. Wonderful, wonderful. Everything was fine. And of course, she wanted Robyn there because she was the one who heard her. And of course, her mom, Christine, blah, blah, blah. And they were all there. And oh, Robyn.
We're just holding our grandbabies together. I just wish it was under different circumstances as far as Christy and I are concerned.
I bet you do, Robyn. I bet you do wish it could be under different circumstances. Like maybe on that freaking porch, out there holding the babies on the porch. Nope, not gonna happen, Robyn. Not gonna happen. Nope, not this lifetime. But anyway, I follow this nonsense every week. So if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Bye.